G'day legends, my name's JaWoodle and welcome back to 7 days in the new 3.0 update, where I have some things that I need answered. With the new sandbox settings and the new way that affects how the zombies think and how the zombies path, I want to know what still works and what works even better than it used to, because so far, underground bases are apparently way better than they've ever been, so if they've got an improvement, what else has? And today, there is only one thing I've got on my mind, and that is Zombie Forcefields. Now, if you don't know what Zombie Forcefields are, they've been around since Alpha 17 when, back then we discovered that if you put arrow slots over a hole like this, the zombies couldn't see that block and couldn't path over it, but you still could. That means if you stood on the other side, the zombies couldn't get to you up, you could walk over it, drive over it. It was perfect. The devs didn't like that, so they got rid of that a long time ago. And since then, we've been trying to find different solutions to the problem. But now with the zombie digging toggle, I'm really curious how that's going to play out. Like, are they going to be even better again? And if that's why we're here, well, we've got the blocks, we may as well give it a whirl anyway. I'm not super aware if there has been any major changes to the actual zombie AI itself, other than some of the sandbox changes, but yeah, so that clearly isn't working. That's been a long time dead though, but it was worth a try. You never know. If my memory serves me though, the one that worked the best, the last block we had that worked the best before almost all of them got patched out. I remember trying to build Zombie Forcefields in 2.0 and it just wasn't having a bar of it. On like that bridge, the bridge POI in the wasteland with like the island and the 3 bridges off it, I tried to use Forcefields across those bridges and it just wasn't working at all. So I'm not especially hopeful, but I want to see, and especially with the zombie digging turned off, like then what happens? If they can't dig through the force field, what are they going to do? So this is how it used to work. It's like a scaled down version of basically having a moat around your base. If you imagine just like built out and extrapolated, then this little red island here would be your base in the middle, and you make a ring of these storage cubes or the old arrow slots or whatever around your base. So then zombies couldn't walk across that, they had to walk all the way around to come to a designated entrance at the front. You had to have a designated entrance or else they would just go, well, there's no way through. The only option is to tunnel underneath. And that's where the zombie digging, I think, is going to be really, really interesting. But for now, we'll get an Arlene in and to see if you go around the outside like a trailer park girl, and you bloody do too. It's not just 2 trailer park girls, it's 5 of them. But they're still stopping halfway around and getting stroppy about it. They're still chucking a bit of a tizzy. Interesting, but they didn't walk across the cubes, and that's important. Before I give that the old rubber stamp though, I do want to check the vehicles. One of the most important things in my mind for a Zombie Forcefield is that vehicles can drive over it. Oh, yuck. Can drive over it happily. Because like if you're going to put that in front of a garage or something like that, so the zombies have to go through your horde base rather than into a weak point like your garage door, you won't be able to get your bikes. Oh, yuck, it's really bad. We're going to get your bikes and your vehicles and stuff in there without too much of a problem. This thing's bobbling around like it's made out of speed bumps. I feel like that's worse than it used to be. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Nah, never mind. Scratch that. Let's find something else. So I went back and had to go watch my own content. Gotta pump up them views to see what block I was using in the 2.0 update for the force field. And it was this one, the counter wall mount round. Because in that, like I saw in my own video that the storage cubes, these ones, did definitely get patched out. They were definitely not working at the end of the 2.0 update. So now that they're working again, it wasn't just blind luck, was it? No. Because they were definitely charging across it in the 2.0 update. So I don't know what's been reverted or what's been changed, but it's now working again, which is pretty bloody sick. Oh, except for you. But I think you were halfway across. Oh, halfway across already. All right, a couple of them. A couple of them are making the trip, but that's all good. But this new one, this counter, what was it called again? Counter wall mount round? Just flies off the tongue, smooth as butter. That never seemed to have the same kind of problem as before. So it works with the same principle. The way this works is that in the game's mind, if there's a hole in the middle like this, it goes, oh, that's not pathable, don't send the zombies. And it works for this, it works for ladders, it works for the counter rounds as well. So if I replace all of this with them, we're gonna get the same result. It is a little bit yuck, but it's not nearly as bad as the storage cubes were. What's that thing that people can have where like repeating like patterns of dots or whatever, or holes, whatever, like gives them a thing? I'm not sure, but the storage cubes were definitely a bad time for that. I've lost my bike. Oh, there it is. No wonder I couldn't find it. So same thing again, though. We're going to test a couple of Arlenes, get their attention, and they avoid it, which is all good. But the good thing about this was that it was nice and smooth on vehicles. So it's working the same and still pathing the same. Like, the challenge isn't so much to find a block that no zombie will walk on. There's tons of those. If you want to do that, you can get, like a pillar or a pole. And if you get the one on the corner, on the side, the center of the cube is empty, so they can't walk over that one either. The challenge is to find a block that works really well for both vehicles and zombie applications. Oh, it's way smoother. And that was why I liked it last time. Way, even going over the big holes too, way smoother. Nowhere near as glitchy. I'll try on this direction with like the ridges going this way. Oh, come on now. Compare that to what was bobbling around on the storage cubes. It's completely different. That's way, way better. I suppose there is a slight danger that, I mean, you can fall through this one, so you don't want to stand still and look at your feet too much, but I mean, you don't even have feet. Feel like Donkey. I don't have any toes. If I then get rid of that little pathway for the zombies and chuck in these again, so now in the zombies' brain there should be no way for them to get to me. And at the moment I have enabled zombie digging, so I predict that I should try and tunnel through that to get to the bottom to try and undermine the tower that I'm standing on. Or to be fair, I didn't actually connect this to the floor, so maybe I don't know what they're gonna do. Let's find out. Here they come. Cruising over. Nothing. Oh. Oh, what? What? Clever girl. I forgot they added the super jumps. I forgot they added super jumps in this game. Oh, I forgot about that. So the super jumps are, as the name suggests, the zombies, if the zombies are trapped and they can't get to you, they will do a ridiculously big jump. Whether that be 3 blocks high, if they get trapped behind like a horse jump, whatever that I built once upon a time, if they get trapped behind some sort of obstacle that they can't figure out, the devs have gone, well, they must be stuck on something, so just give them a super bounce. Springs in their shoes. They can jump up to 3 meters high and they can jump across bigger spans. I forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing. That's just the zombies cheesing physics at that point. This is why, you know? This is why when people are like, oh, you shouldn't cheese the game, or you shouldn't, you know, build these things that take advantage of how the zombies think. I'm like, the zombies have their own cheese. They have been equipped with so much super duper nonsense, like sledgehammer hands that can break through concrete walls, and now super jumps, and apparently the building permits of every building in the game to know the exact weak point to attack to get through as quick as possible. The zombies are cheesing the game first. We're just trying to combat it. I've just shrunk the viable like land that they could use a little bit, so hopefully they can't make that jump. They jump even further now. They jump even further. They're jumping 4 blocks now. 4 meters of horizontal flops. Jesus Christ, put Arlene in the Olympics. She's gonna win the triple jump every bloody time. Put the sand down for her. That's good though. That's the first bit of new information for 3.0. The first change that I feel like has happened coming into the new update. I didn't see that written in any of the patch notes. I didn't see that changed anywhere overtly, but that is a functional difference that I haven't seen until now. 4 blocks is outrageous. Four blocks is starting to take the piss a little bit. Like, at what point are we gonna call it done? Let's go like jump across the, I don't know, the English Channel? Who needs to swim? I built a new one. I built a bigger one because to test the distance, I can't have like any side being closer or they'll just go to that side. And I've only just realized that whole side of this cube is on a different orientation than the other side. That's gonna infuriate me, but it's gonna take so long to fix. I'm gonna look this way and pretend like it didn't bloody happen. So the way that this the big zombie jumps have worked in the past is that they'll only do that if they can actively land on the block that you're standing on. So if you had like the 3 block wide one around the outside of your base and you weren't standing there, they're not going to try and jump over. They'll run around to where a better option is. But if you're standing where they can land, then they'll try and jump it. So this is now 5 blocks wide. I've gone, it's so much bigger than the 3 block one, but that's all good. It's like having a bigger pizza pie. Nah, see, okay, so now they're shitty. If I stand right on the corner somewhere, just there. She's gone through the cheese grater. So is she. It's Narlene grater. Okay, so 5 is good. Just to test the in-between, I've extended the platform a little bit. So now this block, oh, that was 6 actually. I take it back. So this is 5. Guess they won't jump 6. I'm gonna go gradually edge close to what I know they can do. No, they want nothing to do with this either. They're trying to dig their way down to the bottom. Fair play. Now we're down to 4. I'm standing right on the edge. They've run all the way around, most of the way around, and then decided not to. Oh, nah, there we go. There we go. See? If you're standing where they can land, then they'll do it. Okay, well, we have confirmation of that at least. So they can make a 4-block jump, but they can't make a 5. Beautiful. Look at that. Science. Science with JaWoodle. Now I've got this ginormous little plateau of holy blocks. I want to see just one more time how it reacts with the motorcycle. Barely even a bobble. Barely even a bobble. Me getting up on the ledges. Well, that's a little bit of an issue. If you come from the flat side, doesn't even blink. Barely even gets the front tire off the deck. That is about as good as you can hope for. Now though, I want to test the big ticket item. So with 3.0, with the sandbox settings, you can now turn zombie digging off. Look at that, zombie digging, no. So that means that they can't attack down. They can still attack like laterally, so they can tunnel through a mountain or whatever, which is still kind of sucks, I suppose. If you want that turned off, like having a bunker in a mountain still isn't viable. Maybe it'd be better if they could only attack like, player place blocks or like actual concrete or whatever it is instead of just like terrain, if that was immune. But zombies can't dig down, which means something like this with an entire ring of cheese grater blocks. That might be what we end up calling it. Maybe this is the cheese grater force field with an entire ring around the outside of it. What are they going to do? How are they going to react, and how are they going to try and get to me? A bunch of Arlene's. That was the wrong gun. It took out a hole, but get your attention. Are you just going to run around and be... have a little slap fight in the corner like it's Bond 64? So they just punch each other. They just punch each other, not doing any damage at all to the block underneath. Yeah, see, look, they're just hitting themselves, but they do fall down occasionally, and once they're down here, then they can start... Oh my goodness! What in the Jenga is going on down here? You can stack 3 high now? I knew you could stack 2 high, but they were never like structurally stable enough to get a 3rd on top. There was 3 Arlene's top to tail. That, yeah, right. Okay. They've got a whole lot of new features. You gonna get across? No, you're gonna go join your friends down below? You're doing your best. What are you doing? If they're stacking up like that underneath, then there's only one. G'day, everyone. There's only one thing that I really want to do. Give me a couple of grenades. We've made an accidental kick-ass explosives base. Get your attention. Line the ground with a couple of these. There you go. Enjoy that, everyone. Merry Christmas to the lot of yous. Chuck you down there. Fire another round. And just... oh, let pieces of them come upstairs. How are you guys alive? Hang on, do I have headshot only mode turned on? I do. I've turned off headshot only mode, which, I mean, I get it's headshot only, a headshot finisher. You have to do damage to their head to kill zombies, but I feel like exploding them, a big enough explosion should kind of overrule that. I'm going to quickly grab a 3/4 block at the bottom because I feel like I was deprived of an explosion, and I want that. There we go. That little block down there is a nice little like bucket to hold the grenades for me. I've got a little toilet seat at the top to drop the grenades through. Let's get Arlene back. They're all stacking up. They're all stacking up very nicely. Hold on to that for me, please. Right in the bucket. Beautiful. Pull the pin. If I can get one of these Arlene's back up through the hole, I'll be stoked. Not quite. Not quite. I only killed a couple of them. They're definitely spreading out more than I was anticipating that they would. I thought they'd all be right underneath me, but I guess not. They set a grenade and they at least attempt to run away. That's much better. That's how it should be. Okay, so if this is working fine, but they're managing to get through the cheese grater, maybe instead, I'm going to mark up you and mark up you, maybe going back to the storage cubes now that they're working again isn't the worst idea. It's a bit bobbly with the cars, but okay, we'll deal with that later. I want you and I want you to be applied to all of... Not like that. That was the wrong... I wanted to replace the blocks, not get rid of them. Damn it. That's annoying, because now I've got to spend all this time rebuilding that entire floor. That's just cost me minutes of my life. Precious seconds. I kind of get it. I understand that thing about how looking at all a bunch of symmetrical holes makes you feel ick, because that's, I mean, I'm not unsettled by it, but it definitely looks a little bit strange. It's like... It's kind of like the uncanny valley of block shapes. Either way, another couple of Arlene's. So this is now all the way around my my little platform in the middle and get their attention. So without zombie digging and without holes for them to go through, what? Oh my goodness. Of all the things I thought was gonna happen, you guys just decided to, yeah, fucking nah, and just trot your little selves across the holes was not what I thought was gonna happen there. Like, at all. At all. Okay, that's very, very interesting, and that might be why, oh my goodness. So that might be why, in 2.0, that I thought these storage queues were broke, because I was building on that bridge, and maybe the alternate routes were so far away that they just decided to fucking give me the both middle fingers, flip off both the birds, and just trot across instead. Very interesting. I didn't think that was gonna happen at all. It has shattered my dreams just a little bit. I really thought that with digging off at a force field between us that would, you cheeky blotter. You bloody cheeky devil, Arlene. Holy, I really thought they would just sit on the outskirts, just be like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do. We'll just hang around. Like what they did with the underground base. They were just going to sit up on top of the ladders and just kind of stare at you. But no. Nah, they just get across it. But they didn't get across the cheese grater. They were fine without that, but they went through the holes instead. I don't know. I'm hoping this will work to save me a bunch of time. Can I replace all of you with ladders? I mean, they're the wrong orientation, but that's not actually the worst result. That's definitely usable. In that case, then I'll just make you match. I was hoping it'd be upside down, but that's all good. I want to see if I can use that one. They can't fall through. Are they just going to walk across that one as well? Who knows? I've spawned them on the far side from where I'm standing, so they have to walk around to the close side if they are going to run across. At least that's the way I'm thinking. None of them seem interested in this at all. Are you hitting each other? There's no way hitting the block, right? I've got digging turned off. They don't seem to be. I'm holding the nail gun so I can see there's damage being done. I don't see any damage being done to the blocks. That's bloody good then. So maybe the scaff ladders. Maybe the scaff ladders yet again are going to be the dream. This definitely doesn't trigger that dot reflex, whatever it's called, nearly as much. Get Arlene's attention. Come over here, please. And this doesn't have the lip running outside anymore for her to get caught on. So you're stuck in the middle. You're swinging at nothing. It looks like they're trying, but they're not actually doing any damage to it. And they're just kind of wandering around. So not nearly as brain dead, not quite as bricked as they were with the underground base, but still good enough. But now I want to see what the bike does. I'm not expecting it to be super duper smooth, especially going... Oh yeah, oh yuck. Gross. The scaff ladders has a chink in its armor. It may still be my favorite block in the game, but it's not quite as foolproof. Ooh, it's not too bad if you go with pace though. Speed solves all of life's problems apparently. I mean, it's not that bad going that way, but it's not as good as the as these ones were, as the cheese grater. Not nearly as good. In fact, if you go too slow, you just get straight up stuck. Straight up stuck in the guts of it. Can I get my wheels onto like the little narrow bit? Yeah, there we go. So if you're really precise like a stuntman, you can get your wheels. Oh, okay, yep, never mind. I was like, hey, if you have skill and talent, you can do a thing, and then I tried to do it. Clearly, don't have any skill or talent. That went about as badly as it could have gone. I feel like I've got the answers that I wanted to get out of this. So before I wrap this up, I'm going to quickly show you. I get a lot of the time I get questions about like, oh, why would this be useful? Or why would you use this? Or how can I apply this? I'm going to quickly show you a quick little idea of why blocks that you can walk across safely and easily that zombies can't actually comes with a lot of handy. That isn't just like, you know, a moat around your base, even though that's still really cool. So if you had some sort of base like this, like a catwalk base to snake the zombies around and have as much time to kill them as possible before they get to your fighting points, you can build little bridges across the way like that only you could use, something like this. So that obviously is a way that I can walk around and get to the other side of my little barricade if I need to, but the zombies are only going to go to here. And same with like taking shortcuts like that. If you need to get some bit of space from the zombies or whatnot, you can run across here and the zombies will have no way of following you. And just to really, rather than just taking my word for it, I'll quickly show you. Get Arlene's out there, she'll run up, she'll be like, oh, look at this, a nice little bridge. Or not. Nothing at all. Runs around, has to go the long way instead of taking the nice easy way, and we'll also ignore that little path there. So you could use those things to give you the advantage against the zombies because they have, let's be honest, they have so many advantages at this point. You need every leg up you can get. But that'll do us, I think. I still think the cheese grater is the best one. I like that the most. It's the smoothest driving, and yeah, they might fall through it sometimes, but if you just do something simple like putting something like this, actually just put a ladder on the outside, they'll happily climb the ladder and get back out and not dig, so you don't have to worry about it. Some sort of escape route will be enough. We know that they super jump 4 blocks, which is kind of freaking ridiculous. That's actually flat out ridiculous. 4 blocks of jump is taking the piss a little bit, but we can still use some things to advantage ourselves when we need to. So I'm gonna leave this episode here and come back and explore some more of the new tricks and tips and things you could use in the new 3.0 version of 7 Days in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching, and most of all, thank you to the patrons of Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on whatever. I don't talk to you there first. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.